Because AJ gonna kill him. I mean, like, it's unfair. Someone that's...
I genuinely fear, like most people do, for Jake Paul, because if he fights Anthony Joshua, it's not going to end well.
And fake Paul can't fight. He just can't. I don't care what anybody tells me. He can't fucking fight. He lost to Tommy Fury, for crying out loud.
Anthony Joshua isn't just a dangerous fighter. He's a terrifying reminder of what real heavyweight power looks like. Fighters across the boxing world are lining up to explain exactly why stepping into the ring with AJ is closer to entering a nightmare than a sporting contest. And when names like Derek Chisora, Duke McKenzie...
Easy fight for him. And I think this should be laid to rest, because I don't think AJ's going to go in and try and pat. AJ's going to smoke him.
Tony Bellew, Johnny Nelson, Carl Froch, Sam Jones, David Benavidez, Spencer Oliver, and Eddie Hearn all speak with the same tone. You know the danger is real. Derek Chisora sets the tone quickly and brutally. For him, Anthony Joshua isn't simply better than Jake Paul.
I don't back Jake Paul. That means what is AJ doing? Yeah. He has to smoke him in 3 rounds. The same way he did in Ngannou. How many rounds was in Ngannou?
It's 2, second round.
Exactly. So he has to smoke him.
He's in an entirely different universe. Chisora makes it painfully clear that AJ doesn't just win fights. He destroys. He overwhelms. He annihilates opponents before they even understand what's happening. Chisora's warning couldn't be more direct. Anyone stepping in front of AJ, especially someone without elite...
So, you know what? I need to get my fight a couple of easy ones, just to get his confidence back, so he can bring him back to the fore, bring him back to everybody's imagination. Everybody sees him knocking somebody out, looking good doing it. So this guy's made for Anthony Joshua. It'll be another Ngannou early night for Joshua, where he gets...
Heavyweight experience like Jake Paul is walking into a controlled demolition. Joshua's power, timing, and clinical finishing ability leave no margin for error. Chisora emphasizes that Joshua isn't designed for long fights. He is built to end nights early and violently. And Jake Paul is walking into a storm that will swallow him whole.
Anthony Joshua, who's now 5 inches bigger than you, maybe more, or 4 or 5 inches bigger, and about 100 pounds heavier. You just don't go from there right up to there. I don't believe it. And I won't believe it until the two of them got 10-ounce gloves on in a boxing ring. Because if Anthony Joshua puts 10-ounce gloves on and gets in a boxing ring and Jake Paul is in the other corner, this won't last long.
Duke McKenzie echoes this breakdown with surgical precision. His description of Joshua is simple: a nightmare waiting to happen. In McKenzie's eyes, Joshua isn't just physically imposing, he's mentally sharper, tactically superior, and far more experienced. Every punt.
So you think this could be dangerous for Jake Paul?
Oh my goodness, without a doubt. Now the governing bodies now have got to look at this. Would they sanction this fight in any other dimension? No, they wouldn't. But unfortunately, boxing is now more business than show. And this is business. And so the sanctioning bodies aren't going to say, no, this kid doesn't deserve to.
AJ throws carries purpose. Every movement is calculated destruction. McKenzie predicts the fight won't last long, and not because Jake Paul is weak, but because Joshua's ability is so far beyond what Paul has ever experienced that the gap is unbridgeable. He forecasts an early finish.
Big punch in heavyweight, and fake Paul's never been in with a heavyweight. Like I said earlier, he lost to Tommy Fury, a cruiserweight. He lost to him. Tommy Fury's not even British level. So you can't chuck fake Paul in with Anthony Joshua and take it serious.
Where Joshua reminds the world why he's a 2-time world champion and an Olympic gold medalist. Tony Bellew takes the analysis even further, focusing on something fans often ignore: pure physical intimidation. Bellew doesn't sugarcoat it. AJ is a heavyweight monster.
Went out there, spent time with the 3-time undisputed champ. They're killing me, drilling me, but this is where I need to be. And that's how serious I'm taking Jake. Respect to him. I'm not only fighting Jake, I'm fighting his mind, the psychological aspect of Jake that I need to break. A man who believes in himself. They say he's delusional. I've got to break that delusion and bring him down to a reality check. Make him have a reality check in the ring.
Big, powerful, athletic, and ruthlessly efficient. He's built for impact. Every muscle, every movement is engineered for destruction. Bellew stresses that Jake Paul isn't just giving up weight, he's giving up decades of heavyweight experience.
Listen, we can all joke, but nobody wants any permanent damage to happen to Jake Paul. But if Anthony Joshua hits Jake Paul with the right hand he hit Francis Ngannou with, he could brown bread him.
Stepping into the ring with someone like Joshua, Bellew warns, is like stepping into a hurricane. There is no escaping the size, the power, or the precision. Paul wouldn't just be facing a boxer, he'd be facing a natural-born destroyer. Johnny Nelson, known for his blunt commentary, doesn't hesitate either. He calls it exactly what it is: uncharted danger. Nelson highlights an uncomfortable truth. Jake Paul is stepping into a realm he has no business being in. Joshua isn't just a big name. He is a two-time heavyweight king.
Anthony Joshua is Anthony Joshua. You know, he's multiple-time champion, Olympic gold medalist. You know what I mean? The last time somebody has stepped in the ring with him that didn't have that much boxing experience was Ngannou, and you've seen what happened to him.
The business of boxing might allow the fight to happen, Nelson says. But inside the ring, business doesn't matter. Skill rules, power rules, experience rules. And in all three categories, Jake Paul doesn't just fall short, he doesn't qualify. Nelson even labels the matchup borderline reckless. Carl Froch has no interest in protecting feelings. His assessment is viciously direct. Jake Paul has never faced anyone remotely close to Joshua's.
I don't believe to fight Anthony Joshua. It's not like he's beaten, 4 or 5, top line heavyweights, other heavyweights. I don't believe he's boxed any heavyweights.
Size, skill, or pedigree. Froch dismisses Paul's previous opposition as inadequate preparation. According to Froch, Joshua is the type of fighter who turns underprepared challengers into punching bags. And Froch warns that even if Joshua isn't at his absolute peak, his fundamentals, timing, accuracy, power, remain more than enough to end this fight brutally and quickly. Fans hoping for a miracle, Froch says, are fooling themselves. Sam Jones continues the ruthless.
The Joshua thing is crazy.
Is that a real conversation?
Jake's a fucking lunatic, and it's probably real. I saw Joshua knock out Francis Ngannou, and the guy was like out cold for 5 minutes. And this is a guy who had never been knocked down, let alone knocked out.
If he steps in the ring with him, and actually a bell rings and there are punches thrown, every bit of Jake Paul is not a real boxer conversation is gone forever.
Breakdown. He highlights Joshua's right hand, calling it a shutdown switch. This isn't a YouTube-friendly punch or a sparring match tap. It is the same shot that froze Francis Ngannou, a man known worldwide for his freakish durability. Jones makes it clear, if Ngannou couldn't absorb that punch, Jake Paul certainly can't. One clean connection, Jones warns, and the fight ends in a career-questioning knockout. David Benavidez, known for his honesty and analytical sharpness, adds to the chorus. He underscores AJ's pedigree.
This is a one-round job because AJ, even though he's past his best, even though he's seen better days, he throws a nice 1-2 down the middle. He's got a nice bit of distance, and fake Paul can't fight. He just can't. I don't care what anybody tells me. He can't fucking fight. He lost to Tommy Fury, for crying out loud.
Olympic gold, multiple world titles, a resume stacked with top heavyweight killers. Benavidez says this isn't hype. Joshua's credentials prove he is a different breed. Anyone lacking true heavyweight experience is stepping into a one-sided nightmare. And Jake Paul, despite his confidence, is nowhere near the level needed to survive AJ's precision and power. Benavidez sees the fight as a masterclass waiting to happen, one with only one possible outcome. Duke McKenzie returns with an even more chilling analysis. He points out that Joshua's ring, intelligence, and timing are what truly make him dangerous. Jake Paul has never fought an elite heavyweight, let alone one who knows how to exploit every weakness in an opponent. This isn't a match. McKenzie says it's a physical and tactical mismatch. Every punch.
Going to win this fight by knockout, you would think I'm absolutely crazy, right? But the thing is, it can happen. 10-ounce gloves, heavyweight, Jake Paul can punch hard. But do I think that's going to happen? Absolutely not, mate. Anthony Joshua is an absolute beast, and
unbelievable, highly skilled, highly trained, highly experienced professional boxer with power in both hands, and he's really good.
Joshua lands could be decisive because Paul's experience is simply too thin to survive the storm. Even Logan Paul, Jake's own brother, admits the truth. He watched AJ dismantle Francis Ngannou in minutes, something nearly nobody thought possible. Logan's reaction reflects what everyone already knows. Joshua's power isn't overrated. It's terrifying. His precision is laser sharp. His explosiveness is unmatched. And Jake Paul stepping into that type of danger isn't courage, it's something far more reckless. Carl Froch isn't finished either. He further predicts a brutally short fight, emphasizing the vast difference in technical ability. Froch points out that Jake...
I'm not sure really, Jake Paul's a cruiserweight, isn't he? Not even that. He won't be anywhere near as big as partner of mine, Anthony Joshua.
Jake Paul's previous defeats reveal weaknesses Joshua will exploit immediately. Paul's footwork, defensive reactions, and overall boxing IQ aren't anywhere near the level needed to survive a round against a ruthless finisher like AJ. Froch labels the fight a one-sided showcase, Joshua displaying elite fundamentals, while Paul tries desperately to survive. Tony Jeff reinforces this with a dose of reality. Yes, Jake Paul has power. Yes, he can land clean shots. But Jeff explains that power at cruiserweight means nothing against a true heavyweight killer like Joshua. AJ's game isn't just power, it's timing, precision, and an IQ sharpened.
Jake Paul, that's all I can say. We saw that what Anthony Joshua had done to Francis Ngannou. He went out there and iced him in a couple of rounds. A guy coming from a different discipline. Well, this kid's coming from another level. White-collar boxing in 2018, gone through the mill, and the only boxer really that he's actually boxed, a legitimate boxer he got beat by, and that was in Tommy Fury.
By years at the top of the sport. Jeff says, every top opponent Joshua has faced, from Ngannou to world-class contenders, has felt his authority. Jake Paul is outclassed in every dimension: experience, athleticism, technique, and mental composure. Jeff makes it clear, Paul may land a shot, but Joshua will dismantle him systematically. Dave Allen focuses on something impossible to overlook: size. Joshua's natural frame is overwhelming. His reach, height, weight, and conditioning create an insurmountable gap. Jake Paul's cruiserweight experience gives him no preparation.
Absolutely no chance. I think he's going to get smashed to pieces.
For a heavyweight juggernaut like AJ, Allen emphasizes that when Joshua pressures an opponent, it becomes suffocating. That combination of size and elite skill is simply too much for anyone without years of heavyweight battles behind them. Spencer Oliver is even more direct. He calls this fight absolute danger for Jake Paul. Oliver brings up the Ngannou fight again, Joshua's ability to neutralize a monster in minutes. Paul, with his white-collar background and limited bouts, is in no way prepared for that level of firepower. Oliver spells it out: reach, strength, conditioning, killer instinct. Every category belongs to Joshua. The fight wouldn't just be a mismatch, it would be a demolition. And then comes Eddie Hearn, brutal, honest, and unapologetic. Hearn states flatly that Jake Paul has absolutely no chance. In his view, Paul isn't just overmatched, he is entirely out of his depth. Joshua's ability to break down opponents piece by piece is something Paul has never dealt with. Hearn makes it clear, Joshua won't need luck. He won't need time. He won't even need his best night. The skill gap is simply too large. After hearing from legends, champions, and respected analysts, one truth is impossible to deny. Anthony Joshua is a nightmare for anyone, and Jake Paul is no exception. Derek Chisora warns AJ will smoke him in seconds. Tony Jeff breaks down Joshua's precision and intelligence. Dave Allen and Spencer Oliver highlight the massive size and skill gap. Eddie Hearn underlines the inevitability.